With the Lloydminster by-election just over a month away, the deadline to submit nomination papers has ended, and another name has been added to the list of candidates running for council. Kris Niekamp isn't a stranger to council. Now, she ran for 2 terms as a councillor in 1994 and again in 1998.
My stay on council, I co-founded Victim Services. I also sat on the Saskatchewan Emergency Planners Association. And of course, more importantly, we raised our kids here, we've raised grandchildren here, and this is home.
Niekamp says if she is elected, some of her priorities will be doing a study on the public library to see if it is possible to move it to another location. It's been in the current building for the past 20 years.
I'd also like to see an enforceable transportation of dangerous goods route. We have some of the best firefighters, EMS people in the community, and I'd just like to give them a hand by doing the enforceable. And I think it's also time that we actually studied the award system for Lloydminster.
Now, she would also like to address the challenges the border city faces with growth.
It's always a struggle to have representation from the Saskatchewan side, and I really believe that with the growth on the Saskatchewan side now as well as Alberta, that we need to really take a serious look. Let's study it, let's find out if it's going to work. If it's not going to work, fine.
Candidates have until 4 p.m. tomorrow to withdraw their application. The by-election will be held on January 8. Now, the unofficial list of candidates for the 2014 municipal by-election include Kris Niekamp, Vince Angelo, Dennis Foss, Lori Makachuk, Kevin Ramsey, Don Whitaker, Erwin Workentine, and Ken Baker. Well, driving in the winter isn't ideal, but for some people, driving at all isn't even an option. The Lloydminster Handi-vans Society is a non-profit organization that has been offering free rides for 30 years. Now, last year, they made more than 9,000 trips, and the need in the border city is growing. Now, with a new van on the way, the society is raising funds to make sure this happens. Annika Notveit has more.
This woman right here and her other drivers are the best drivers ever. And I couldn't ask for a better person right now to stand beside me.
Nathan Turgeon uses the Handi-van every day.
So if you didn't have the Handi-van, what would you do?
I wouldn't be able to work without her helping.
The drivers will pick up anyone with mobility issues, and Glenn Fagnan says the number of people using their services grows every month. And now a 4th van is necessary.
It's huge. As you see over here, we've got a van that's inoperable right now. We had to replace the lift, and luckily we have 3 vans right now. But as we get busier, we're going to need more.
The cost of a van is about $75,000 fully equipped, and most funding comes from within the city.
The bulk really comes from Lloydminster, from the citizens and the businesses in Lloydminster. We've had a number of the oil companies, CNRL, Husky, that have just been fantastic. We've got all kinds of individuals that give to us, and a lot of the smaller businesses.
If you would like to use the Handi-van or donate, call 780-214-6666. You can also make a donation through lloydminsterhandivan@gmail.com. Annika Notveit, Newcap News.
Well, we all know the importance of reading and how it can help students both in and out of the classroom. But for some students at Jaxson Community School, they're getting the chance to work on their literacy skills with some local athletes. As we see in this week's Beyond the Classroom, a reading buddy program between students and Lakeland Rustlers athletes are getting students excited for reading.
I had to meet him at the subway station on time or he'd get upset.
Nevaeh and Jaxson, grade 4 students here at Jaxson Community School, are getting some one-on-one reading with some special guests. As part of their reading buddy program for the Lakeland Rustlers Athletics Department, 2 players from the men's basketball team spent the afternoon lending an ear.
I like reading out loud to people, and I like when they laugh and we have fun reading together.
And it's that very sentiment that gets the athletes involved. In a partnership with the Public School Division and the Lakeland College's Athletics Department, athletes come to the school and sit with the students as they read out loud to them. So what is your favorite part about being able to read?
I like reading out loud a lot.
You like reading out loud? And what is it about reading out loud that you like the best?
It helps me because I'm not too good at reading.
Well, not all students get the chance to read with anybody at home, so I think it's great having the opportunity at school to read with somebody. I listen to the kids read every day, but it's always fun to have somebody other than your teacher listening to you.
As for these basketball players, they say they enjoy the time in this program and know firsthand the importance behind it.
I had a lot of stuff like this happen when I was a kid too. I mean, whether it's a student athlete or just a parent or an older sibling, whoever it may be. I mean, it's definitely, I understand how beneficial it can be, and it definitely helped me out a lot as a kid too.
I think reading to like a different audience, because I mean, like if ever reading classes just to their classmates, and it's kind of good to get the experience to read to someone that they're not used to reading to, or someone they won't get to see a lot.